I would say, okay, if you have a male and a female human body, I want everybody in the audience to raise their hand if they agree with me. Raise your hand if you agree with me when I say something. Everybody got that? And the crowd will be like, yeah. So, okay, everybody's got that. So we got the rules. Raise your hand if you agree with me. Don't raise your hand if you disagree with me. Raise your hand if you agree with me. Don't raise your hand if you disagree with me. Okay. I would ask everyone in the audience, do you agree that the human body is made up of mind, body, and soul if you're spiritual, mind and body if you're not spiritual? Because everybody doesn't believe in the same thing. And let me explain that before you answer. Mind and body wise, when I say mind, I'm talking about the synapses, the ability to think, the signals that sit through your veins, your nervous system, the whole nine. That's mind. Body is the actual physical organs, the veins, the skin, which is the largest organ on your body, your fingers, your heart, the physical pieces. That's body. Again, spiritual is not something in which everyone believes. So I think it's fair that we leave that out because I want something that's universal. Okay, everybody? Everybody's like, all right. So raise your hand if, based on my explanation of mind and body, leaving out the spiritual, that you agree with me that the human body is only made up of mind and body. Now, there may be one or two people who don't raise their hand in the audience, but I would say every single human should agree with this because that's just a fact. You're made up of synapses, signals, and physical body, which is the actual organs. There is no human on this earth who shouldn't understand and accept that. So it should be 100% of the people in the audience raise their hands. Then I would say, all right, so let's start on mind first. Then I would state that there was this study. I haven't been able to find the study again, but the study that said females and males have generally the same capacity to learn. And because of that, that would mean that both the male and the female in the scenario would in essence get 100% out of 100% because it's even in that case. Then I would ask the audience to raise your hand if you agree with that. There would be no person in the audience who would not agree that males and females generally have the same capacity to learn. Now that can vary depending on anomalies, depending on how much someone studies, they can learn more, but having the capacity to do so, that means your brain power, average person, the whole nine. There will be pretty much nobody, if anybody, who would disagree with that. So every single person in the audience would raise their hand probably. And I'd be sitting on the panel like, all right, awesome. Put a 100% down for females in the mind category. Put a 100% down for males in the mind category. All right. Now I would ask, hey, raise your hand if you agree with me that if an average male and an average female, because we have to go 1-to-1, so an athlete and an athlete on both the male and the female side, they would be 1-and-1. Then you would have those two sets of people go at it when it comes to working out and trying to get in shape and get stronger, faster, and more agile. That 100% of the time, 100% of the time, we talking about the same trainer, they come and they train the same amount of training as far as hours wise, but they train with different things because males and females are different. So males would have more weight and all of these different things. The male 100% of the time would be stronger, faster, and more agile after a year. You know what would happen? You would have people in the audience who wouldn't raise their hand. And then I would say, now you see this? I say, look at that. You got 40% of the people or so in the audience who don't have their hands raised. Why is it that you think that they don't have their hands raised? I'm not even going to ask them. I'm going to tell you why. The reason that they don't have their hands raised is not because what I said isn't true. It's because they don't like the way what I said makes them feel, because the sisterhood told them that males and females are equal. So anything that I'm saying that makes it to where males and females aren't equal is an automatic, I'm against it. It's automated for the sisterhood. Why is it automated? Because the sisterhood trains females to think that they are God's gift to planet Earth. And why do they train them to think that way? They train them to think that way because they bring forth life. Listen to the verbiage that I used. They train them that way because they bring forth life. Notice I didn't say they give life, because who gives life? The male gives life. Oh, you don't think the male gives life? Who has life swimming around in them every single day of their life, from when they're born to when they die? Males. Females don't have life swimming around in them. A female's egg has no life until a male's sperm puts life in it. A female's egg doesn't have that life. Right, so you can actually say a female's egg's not about that life. And the thing is, because of that, males are the ones for whom we can use the verbiage, we give life. Females bring it forth. Males put it in females. Females are an incubator for it, and then females bring the life forth. That's the correct verbiage. But if you say that, females get offended. Why do they get offended?
So, what are your thoughts on this? Put it in the comments section, because comments really help push the video. Then grab yourself some merch on the way out in order to support the channel. And don't forget to click like and subscribe. Thanks, good man fam.